Matthew Gill here for Back of the Room for Punchline Magazine with the Sklar Brothers, promoting Held Up for Sony's Crackle. We're here at the Beverly Hilton and beautiful Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, with European topless women behind the camera.
A lot of dudes in thongs.
Dudes in thongs.
Which is the name of our first comedy album. Dudes in thongs. Dudes in thongs.
You start off the Sklar brand. I mean, were you guys, did you have a vision for what you wanted to do? Did you just get on stage and kind of do what felt good? I mean, where did that kind of come from?
Well, we started really young, and so I feel like we did not have a vision for what we wanted to do.
Well, we had a little bit of a vision. I think people tried to say to us, you got to be like a straight man and a funny man, and you got to do that on stage, and that felt totally inorganic to who we were.
Because we're like, well, who would be the straight man, and who would be the funny man? And anytime we try to push ourselves out to the margins, it was like, well, this doesn't feel real.
Right.
And not that it has to feel real to be funny, but for us, we just started to work in a different way and tried to use the fact that we were twins, have that sort of be underlying sort of a subliminal piece of what we were doing. We just didn't believe we could be comedians. We didn't believe that would be possible because no one in our family had done it. We were from St. Louis. There was no precedent in our world for like, how do you make this turn into a living? How do you support yourself by doing
let's answer that question.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
It's very difficult.
I'm considering going back and becoming a funny lawyer.
There are times that I'm like, why didn't I could do entertainment law?
I mean, hustling. That really is it. I mean, you try to. I think the way to make money being a comedian is create a ton of stuff.
Create your brand.
Create your brand. Do different things, like where you make some money with live shows. You know, obviously living in California, you try to get parts on TV shows and film. Creating TV shows. In this case now, like creating web series. The web has become like a whole new frontier for ways to make money and create stuff. You know, it used to be you'd make a pilot for a TV network and 20 people would see it, and if it never made it to the air, then no one would see it. Now you can create something and millions of people can see it.
Right.
And you feel so great because that's why you create comedy in the first place, is so that people can enjoy it.
If people are like, I like the Sklar Brothers, they have a good amount of content to go see and experience you guys. But also you do a great job at, so that's the retain aspect of the brand. And you guys do a great job of the attract by going out to do these Chelsea Latelys and to do these other ancillary things. I mean, when you go to do projects, like, is it just exposure, or do you, because sometimes they kind of dictate what you can say, who you are, all these things. And
well, the good thing about Chelsea and doing Chelsea's show is we get to do exactly what we want to do.
Yeah, you do your material.
We do our materials.
And the greatest part is you're not even burning your stand-up on that show. You're writing disposable jokes about topical stuff that's happening that day.
So people really get your voice.
So it's almost like you're getting a late-night TV show hit. Like you're kind of appearing on late-night TV at a very popular show. You're doing comedy that you wrote, that you came up with, and you're not burning your stand-up.
So that's a wonderful sort of way. So we always we consider that, and we say like, well, every step we take, we want it to be consistent with who we are, whether it be a tweet, whether it be a new podcast, whether it be the web series Held Up, whether it be an appearance on Chelsea Lately, you know, so that definitely will dictate. You know, again, if like a project comes along that maybe doesn't feel right for us, we have to kind of say like, look, this maybe isn't the best thing. Will this damage us?
Right.
And so again, and the other thing is like keeping it going, like keeping the money coming in.
Right. Yeah.
Because now we have, I mean, it's changed for us.
Yeah.
We're almost 40.
Yeah.
We have families,
kids.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids, and we got a house, and the expenses of that life.
It's hard to tell your kids, you know what, you're not going to school this year because Daddy's keeping his voice intact.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We're trying to keep the brand together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are times, and it comes in where you're like, okay, well, what do we have to do to kind of keep this thing going and still maintain who we are? And that's the trick of it all, you know. That's the trick of being.
But I think the way to offset that is if you ever have to take a job that doesn't quite fit with who you are, because everyone's done it. Think of your favorite comedians, your favorite people out there. They've all done projects where you're like, why did that person do that?
Yeah.
Right.
If you keep creating your original stuff alongside that, then that one thing can never define you.
Yeah. Well, this is Matthew Gill for Back of the Room, Punchline Magazine. This is the Sklar Brothers. The show is called Held Up. You can see it at crackle.com. It's a Sony outlet. You can see it online right away or later on DVD, hopefully in a theater.
Hopefully in a
Possibly
theater or
theater,
TV.
You know, maybe in a Japanese theater.
Maybe anime.
Maybe
Give you a little happy ending.
A little happy. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Really appreciate it.